Hello, my name is Zachary Bennett, and today I want to talk about addiction. What's killing you? We as humans, we crave that change, that change in our pace, that change in our reality. We want it quick. We want it now. We want that shock to our system that this reality might be too much to bear. When we ask ourselves for chemical changes from drugs to alcohol, we're asking for an alternate perception, an alternate reality, and sometimes we can attribute those to our lifestyle choices, our cultural surroundings. It's who's who and what's what, and am I fitting in? And to be honest, sobriety is the outcast of society in today. Abstinence from nicotine and coffee and alcohol, the desire to change one's own perspective through one's own mind, to be able to grasp our own feelings, process them, and live them as they're meant to be lived. When we ask ourselves for a quick change, whether that be through something as simple as coffee, we're asking for a perspective, a difference, a change. And can we not achieve that same thing through meditation? Are we asking ourselves for lasting change, or are we grabbing onto temporary, fleeting changes, something quick, something now? We're in an entitlement society. Everything's easily available. There's no shock to this culture anymore that drugs and the likes are available on almost every street corner and in every culture throughout our societies, and we're no longer left to question whether these are the abstract lifestyles anymore. We're faced with the facts of the reality that these are mainstream problems. And I'm challenging each and every one of us today to go within ourselves and ask ourselves, is this change what I'm really seeking? Or am I looking to put a quick band-aid on a solution that's going to take much more deeper work? Finding the truth within, being able to process our emotions, understanding the grips of our realities. We're no longer looking for a quick fix. We're looking for truth. We're looking for societal change. We're demonstrating to one another we can be better. We deserve to be better. The power is in us to be better. There's a fact in this society, in this world, that most people use these quick fixes, these stimulants, these drugs, nicotine, alcohol, tobacco, drugs, their addiction. They try to change themselves. Who am I? Do I identify with this addiction? And if we truly ask ourselves, no, we don't purposely choose to identify with these addictions. We as humans, we don't like anything to have control over, power over us. We look for truth and answers beyond ourselves. Religion used to be a great way to provide these answers. We were in communities that made us feel like we were back in our original tribes, and as the way it is now, it's religion is no longer that community tie. There's so many different opinions and dogma. It's lost a lot of its meaning and its depth. And I challenge each and every one of us today to truly go within ourselves and ask ourselves, what do I need to feel whole? Is the addiction becoming part of who I am? Or am I living with this addiction as I'm searching for who I am? This is the fundamental truth we're asking ourselves is, can I be okay with being human? Is it okay to feel? Is it okay to think? Is it okay to just breathe? Allowing yourself to feel what it is to truly be human, even just for a moment. We want answers immediately, quickly. We're left with ourselves and a society to try to gather answers from. Society is just as bad. It's racing to the coffee shop. It's banging down the doors to the gas station, get a pack of smokes. It's standing on every street corner, copying illegal dope. It's everywhere. Pharmaceutical companies aren't helping, and mainstream society's promoting it. I'm asking us to go within ourselves and say, hey, is there more to life? Is there more to live in? Do I deserve more? Do I want more? What can I contribute to a dying society? Can we bring this back to life? More of a holistic approach, perhaps? When we try to change ourselves, we're not looking within ourselves. We're not taking the time to discover what it is that makes us want that change, that quick fix, that high, that dopamine hit. What is it that makes me feel like this is what I want, this is what I deserve, this is what my life has become? Do we truly want to dwell in a chemical dependency state where we have let ourselves go to the point where we need something to feel human? Were we not human before? When we sit within ourselves and we find that peace, we can achieve greater peace and awareness no drug or stimulant can afford. We can truly have control over our own selves, our own wants, our own needs. Now, when we talk about addiction, we can talk about healthy addictions and processing it to be a better human. And a lot of that comes down to, when do I hit the wall? When have I done enough? When will this lifestyle of healthiness hit a breaking point where I'm no longer able to reach further and grow and develop? And the simplest truth is, we can always turn around and lift the next person up. We can create a giant chain of healthy. We don't have to settle for the healthiness within ourselves. We can promote a world of health, a peace, if you will. Knowing and accepting these healthy traits, we can question ourselves, does this feel right? Is this for me? Is this bringing me true peace, true joy, contentness? Or am I still trying to fill a void with my not knowing, my not feeling whole? Am I building an addiction of a lifelong habit that benefits me long term? Am I seeing the bigger picture and looking at my life as an entirety? Or am I looking at perhaps keeping up with the general society or the new trend of the week? Are we taking the time to question, does this align with my higher beliefs? Or is this a fleeting moment? If we're going to go in for something, let's go all in. Maybe that's my addict mind talking. Let's make it a daily part of who we are. There's nothing wrong with being a healthy human. It might not be mainstream, but it feels good. When we talk about some realities, some realistics, we can start with self-change and our mind and perspectives and how we view the world. If we view the world through a lens of hate, we're going to see hate. If we can open our minds and change our viewpoint to a perspective of love, we're going to see love. The more we practice this, the more it becomes a daily habit. The more it becomes a daily habit, the more it becomes part of who we are. Part of who we are could very well be healthy. We can substitute our bad addictions for good addictions. Addictions as a whole, I mean, we're filling something. We're filling a void. We're living, we're fulfilling human. We have to question ourselves, what is it that I want to truly experience as a human? Am I okay with chain smoking? Or am I okay with doing daily yoga? We can choose to identify as a smoker, or we can choose to identify as a yoga practitioner. The choice at the end of the day is truly ours. We don't have to allow mainstream society to influence us on what we should or shouldn't believe, what we should or shouldn't follow, and just overall how we perceive life as a whole. We need to go within ourselves and ask ourselves, does this align with my higher purpose? Is this what the universe has called me to do? And when we listen, and we listen deep enough, we're answered. We're answered by a higher calling, maybe a realization within, if you will, to, hey, this feels good. This aligns with my spirit. This aligns with my soul. This feels right. This feels like my purpose. Questioning ourselves every day, learning to be more and more in touch with who we are, what we want, what we desire, how we see the world. This is our goal as humans. Objectively, we have control over our mind, over how we see, over how we feel, our emotions, how we process them, how we deal with them, what may or may not come and go as we please. We can choose to see the world in a positive alignment. Addictions, well, we can choose to either have positive ones or negative ones. It's all about how we perceive them.